Hi, welcome to Simply Scuba. Here we have the Scubapro Hydros Pro BCD. So this is a completely revolutionary sort of design BCD. Most of the harness and the backplate is made out of their Monoprene material, which is very unique compared to the sort of standard Cordura nylon materials that most people use. It's a standard wing design, so it holds you nice and horizontal in the water. Let's take a closer look. So up over your left-hand shoulder, you have your standard low-pressure inflator. That's held in by a nice, neat little bungee system here, so you don't have to worry about Velcro or your hose just floating around. That holds it nice and neat inside of there, and plenty of space for your low-pressure inflator hose. That goes down to the new Balance Power Inflator, which has a hinged inflate button, so you can inflate it a little bit or push it all the way in and inflate it a lot. Nice big deflate button and big oil inflation valve as well. If you grab hold of that handle, there's a stainless steel cable that runs through the inside of this corrugated hose up over your left hand shoulder. Pull that inflator down, that's actually going to deflate your BCD. That's a much quicker way of deflating your BCD when you're upright. So looking at the shoulder strap now, we can get a closer look at this Monoprene material. So this is UV and chemical resistant, so it's going to stay that color, it's not going to degrade. It's neutrally buoyant, so you don't have to worry too much about adjusting your weights. It's quick drying, so as soon as you get it out of the water, it's instantly dry, and it's just going to maintain that color for its entire lifetime. The real benefit of this is the sort of grip that that it has. That's going to hold onto your skin, your RAS vest, your wetsuit or your dry suit. That's going to hold the BCD in position and stop it from sort of slipping around. So the entire BCD and your cylinder is going to move with you very, very comfortably. As we can see here, over your shoulder you have a pre-bent D-ring, nice and compact, so you can clip things off onto that. Moving down to the buckle, you can see we have another loop in here, so if you want to attach your gauges, exactly the same thing on the left hand side. If you want to clip your gauges up against your chest, you can clip off onto that. The buckles themselves are swiveled, so that just means that it's going to tuck nice and neatly into your body whilst you're wearing it. It's going to be very, very comfortable, and it's not going to dig in any places. You have an adjustable pinch clip chest strap that you can move. You can move it up and down, or you can take it off completely if you don't like it. Another benefit to these shoulder straps, on the inside, if you can see in here, this little hinge section is very, very clever. That's going to adjust to your height, so it's going to be much more comfortable when you're wearing it. It also holds the shoulder straps open when you're trying to get kitted up. So the shoulder strap is much easier to get both arms into by yourself. You're not going to need your buddy's help to slip into it. Behind that, we've got the back plate. So this has a big chunky grab handle. This is made out of that same Monoprene material, but it's sort of a soft like gel material. Again, that's going to grip onto your wetsuit, stop the BCD from slipping and turning, and it's going to be nice and comfortable. Moving down from that, either side of your waist, you have your integrated weight pocket system. Now, everything on this BCD is modular. So you can unbolt parts, you can move them around, you can sort of add additional parts. Just like here, you have these grommets. You can bolt your knife onto that, or you can have an accessory kit that you can bolt onto that to bungee your torch in position or an SMB. Exactly the same on the underside. So you can really personalize this BCD, have attachment points all the way over it, and really customize it to what you need. Very strong integrated weight system, pinch clip and then pull on that and your weight pocket's going to come out. Very easy to load back in as well, even when they're stuffed full of lead. In front of your waist, you have a standard big pinch clip with one-way adjustment, and you can sort of remove all of this section. The BCD itself comes with a separate, really low weight, simple just webbing system if you want a really lightweight travel BCD. On the underside of these sides, you have this little D-ring as well. Again, another attachment point to clip off onto things. So whilst we're looking at the side, you can see these bungee systems here and the real shape of the wing, which you can see better from behind. But these bungees are going to tuck that wing in. If I deflate it, you can see it as it deflates. Those bungees really pull it back in, make it nice and neat. So your wing and your bladder isn't just flailing around. It's going to be nice and neat and protected, nice and close to your body. Now these bungees work in a clever way. They tuck it in so that all of the buoyancy sits in the proper position that's going to hold you nice and horizontally in the water. You have very little inflation over your shoulders, but a lot down towards your lower back and down either side. So that's going to give you nice trim in the water. But when you're upright on the on the surface, it's going to keep you upright, so it keeps your head out of the water. Over your left-hand shoulder, here we see your pool dump. You can also activate that by pulling down on this little switch here. You have an overpressure valve on your right-hand shoulder, which leads to your right-hand pool dump. Just pull down on that cord and that will deflate. Moving down, we can see the back plate. Now, the back plate is quite very interesting. The shape of it means that it's not going to trap any air inside the bladder. So some other wings, you can get air trapped in certain sections. So when you need to dump it, you need to be really upright. With the Hydros Pro, you don't need to worry about that. They've shaped the BCD or the bladder so that air can always get to one of the dump valves. So it's very easy to dump air. Taking a closer look at it itself, you have your leash that goes over your cylinder valve. You've got a pinch clip and one-way adjustment. Underneath that, you can see it's nicely shaped, so that's going to hold onto your cylinder, and you have these little sections that are soft rubbery materials that really grip onto your cylinder and stop it from twisting and turning. They really hold it in position. You've got your Scubapro cinch cam band, very quick to adjust and take off. Very strong grip on that. And either side of that, you have these pinch clip trim weight pockets, just so that you can take some weight off the your integrated weight pockets in front of you, move them up and really adjust your trim when you're in the water. Down on your left hand kidney on the inside, you have another pull dump. If you need to dump air when you're inverted, you've got that overpressure valve just down there. So everything about this BCD is very sort of new, very interesting, especially that monoprene sort of webbing construction. Very tough, quite lightweight as well. This is the Scubapro Hydros Pro BCD. If you missed my latest episode of Scuba Tube, you can click on this link up there to watch that. Thanks for watching and safe diving.